Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round!
They go play action here on 1st down. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And a reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And a huge play that time. 49 yards. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control. And you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Tech McKinley in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Back to throw. Mason. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Taken down for a loss back at the 3. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now they try the right side here. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Black. Don't go! Here we go. Waiting!
Now Wentz on 3rd down. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. That one good for 15 and a first. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week. And I could be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week. But the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one. Wentz now on 1st down. Ertz has it left side. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back and
He's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing on first is Wentz. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Sheldon Richardson able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Working from the gun, Wentz. Over the middle, complete. That's Rice. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Well, they go with a slant that time, 15 yards and a 1st down. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Hey, other side, solid, solid.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And his throw here's incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. From the gun, it's Wentz. And this is caught at the 8th. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Elliott on for the extra point. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it's now 14-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now it's Ajayi. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Mason. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Tech McKinley in there yet again. What else is new as he continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Mason. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Mason. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Throwing is Wentz. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man. Complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Here's the Giant. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Mason. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Eagles. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this.
81. Here we go. Waiting. Shift.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Fighting to stay upright. He sets to fire deep. And got his man complete. That one goes for 36 yards.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or 2 in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. There he goes inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Mason. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. That pick-6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now back out comes the offense. And they just had that pick-6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Derek Barnett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd.
Thinking pass all the way.
So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here now the offense heading back out there. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Goes underneath here to White. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Okay, some people call it the shuffle pass. Some people call it a shovel pass, but this worked really well. And it's hard to do in the NFL because of the big bodies that tend to clog up the middle of the field. But the execution was excellent there, able to get it done and get upfield for big yardage.
Back to throw. Mason. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Throwing again. Mason. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Off play action. Mason. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53. Stop your whining. Sunday. This 5-2. 53. Mike, 53. Drag it. Yo. Sunday. Liz.
Wentz now on first down. Throw left side, completion to Rice. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Wentz going to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 5th catch of the game for him there. Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver. Now they'll run it on the toss. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. 3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
You got 4. You got go. With 20. Sunday.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Come on now. Let's go. Hey. What's this?
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early. And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Great.
They come out here in the I.
Great, great.
On third down, that's Black. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles continue to roll. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mason. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Tech McKinley getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Good track.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Off the play fake, Mason. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
We're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And they bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at about the 14. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Great.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Back live here now in Salt Lake City. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The offense on third down tonight, no problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. They're looking at third and a few inches. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. Avoids him at the 40. Yeah, he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples, but I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. To throw is Wentz. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Akeem Hicks coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. To throw, it's Wentz. Able to shake him off, and the pressure gets to him again. Dietrich Wise Jr. in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Great 15, great 15.
Wentz now to throw. Man under Rice. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Come on now, let's go.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Here's Wentz to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Rice. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
That boy's got 4 down. Hey.
Run. Great.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Wide open receiver complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Hang in there, man.
Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Switch.
Man 5-7.
Now a handoff looking right. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Elliott puts this one through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Hey. 4 down. Watch 88.
They'll start out on the ground with a jive. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know you feel that. Oh, yeah.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. To throw on 2nd down, Mason. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down he'll go at the 25. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 3rd down, Mason buying time to his left. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Let's go. Great, great.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
On 1st and 10, Mason. He's going to let it fly. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. Mason finding some room at midfield. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire